Alright, it's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 847. For Memorial Day, May 26, 2025. You get a day off. Maybe. Oh, so this week we got Terrence.
What up?
Anthony's back.
No one's happy about that.
That's not true. I got an email that says, I hope Anthony comes back soon.
Especially.
See, look.
Imagine. But anyway.
You do know that the /S means sarcasm, right?
Oh, is that what that means? I thought it meant sexy time.
Definitely not.
Okay, well now I know. But anyway.
Not after I've heard my voice more than I've heard my voice in years by editing our other podcasts that I forgot to promote.
He totally didn't promote it last time. It was hilarious.
I talked about it.
You did. I forgot to. The one I did. The Monday night I did.
He was too busy ranting for like an hour. What did you rant about? I forgot. What triggered you again?
Was it the
Was it the Turtles thing?
The Turtles thing was the first trigger, but there was a second trigger too.
Was it about the email that we got that said somebody wasn't listening? And
yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
As much as I'd love to be like you, it's like, I don't know, man. I get it. Like, even I listened to a podcast years ago, before this was when I started getting into podcasts. I don't even know if that podcast still exists, to be fair. It wasn't that I had any hate for thing, but like, I'm pretty lefty, I think by this point everybody kind of knows that. If I find you insufferable, holy shit.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, and I think came around and like, just to bring up old nonsense that really, I think there's bigger complaints to be made, but like, I always found this stupid. When, AVGN, well, as James Rolfe specifically, came out and just kind of addressed the fact that he wasn't really interested in watching the new Ghostbusters that was all female.
Oh yeah, he made a video about it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that no one really loved, and everybody was like, this is sexism. It's like, no, he kind of has to do that because I'm sure he's been getting emails and questions about it, and like, he's just gonna put out a video, and then like, all the people that saw it, like, this is sexism. Like, it's sexism to think the movie is going to be good just because.
I mean, there is that point too. Did his internet die again?
Like, it's not.
Oh,
it's not
the
equivalent. Did he on internet die? Okay. I
don't
don't know what's
you
happening.
it made the max headroom sound, and then you stopped talking. I was like, oh, here we go.
Anyways, the whole thing I thought was dumb, and like a bunch of podcasts felt it necessary to kind of call out a person they didn't know for a opinion that he was only giving because his audience is insane. Because he was just saying, like, I have no interest in the new Ghostbusters because it's not the original Ghostbusters. And apparently that was sexist, and I thought that's a really weird take to extrapolate that. Like, if it had been someone else, maybe. But, like, I don't know. I didn't take anyways. It was so irritating to hear a bunch of people be like, defending a movie that they hadn't seen either, and that no one defends to this day. No one loves that.
I was going to say, I saw that movie, and like, I have never watched it again. I was like, that was not.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a hot take. I actually liked that movie. I actually thought it was.
No, that's fine. I don't care if you liked it, but I just like.
No. I wasn't saying. I didn't think y'all was gonna like. You know what I mean? I was just saying. Like, I actually
dare you.
So listen, real quick.
It's a weird thing to be like, you know what, this movie like deserves your time. Like, I don't know, like, it's a pretty corporate cash grabby thing to just call it Ghostbusters. And then Paul Feig was like, the original Ghostbusters are gonna show up. Like, no, this is different. And then you do have them show up, but not playing the same characters, and just felt this really weird. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do, but it's not the first time corporation has an understood franchise that they have.
I don't know, man. This feels like the most anybody's talked about that movie since it came out.
Right! That's my point. But it was like, why the fuck are we having these big conversations? But I'm just saying, like, it was a bunch of podcasts, but there was specifically one that just devoted what a time to just shitting on someone for saying I'm not going to watch a movie.
I don't have
And,
enough
like,
energy to worry about my own shit that I need to worry about other people's shit. You do you.
Well,
If you, I just
that's the reason
ignore
why I'm
you.
saying. Like, that's the reason why I'm saying I totally understand, and why I wasn't like so fuck you about.
Oh no, I
not
like
wanting
that
to
dude.
do
Like
it.
that dude's been listening for a long time. I get why you got to take a break.
Oh,
That's
and I don't
cool.
listen. He was very polite. He was very
Yeah.
polite.
He
You
was,
know,
yeah, he was.
or if he comes back, I will say I do find it really fucked up that here's your politics minute. That like clearly everybody knew that Joe Biden wasn't mentally sound on the Democrats, and they were still going to try to push him forward. That's come out, and
Huh?
it's like, yeah, that's gross.
Huh? What's that you say? Huh?
Corn
I
pop,
just
corn pop.
don't make no sense.
The kids used to
I pooped my pants.
It rubbed my legs,
put
moved my hair down.
Put
That was
put
the
my hair down. Cool.
wildest speech. Like, I was like, what
Because he's senile, and
the
they just
hell?
keep pushing this guy forward like this is the guy. And it's like, this
He
is
is a
why
guy. I'll tell you that.
yeah, he is a guy. If you were looking for a guy, boy,
Yeah,
he's one
a
of them.
guy.
He's definitely one of them.
Hey man, he
of
got
all
to be
time.
president. He's happy. This isn't about
Just-
it's about video games. Let's talk about video games.
It is. I wanted that was the reason why I ranted. Oh, I have a rant for you this week. It's sort of video game related. So
All
AI.
right, well, we'll save that for later. And then
Sure?
when
I
it
was gonna
comes
get my-
up, we'll be like, Anthony's going.
There it is.
Have you heard
There
of
it
the
is.
weird, like the World company that was made by Sam Altman?
Dude, the AI shit, right?
Yeah, but it's like you have to scan. It's like, well, it's going to be harder to prove who's not AI online. So just scan your retina, and we'll give you some fucking cryptocurrency.
Those words, all that you just said
we're
right
doing
there.
now?
I'm like, nah.
Let's get some
Good.
biometric data on you, and you sell it to us for some cryptocurrency, which is like selling it for like the tickets you can get at Dave and Buster's.
Oh man, can I get a bottle cap? That's what I want. with
I
those
mean,
tickets.
you can at least get a little plastic army man for that. The crypto is probably worth nothing, especially as more and more people are willing to give their data over. But literally, the whole concept behind it is give us your biometric data so we can prove you're a person online, because like AI is going to be more and more prevalent online. Who is putting the AI online, Sam Altman? Maybe it's your company. You're creating a problem and then creating a solution. Why don't you just go fuck yourself? There's my rant.
All right, let's move on to video games because it's an exciting time.
I have not played anything brand new. I did play Deep Rock Survivor. I'm going first.
You got it?
I was gonna say I just was gonna mention we're like a week and a half away from a Switch 2 launch and an Xbox showcase and Summer Games Fest. It's an exciting time.
So, anyways, Deep Rock Survivor is not the one that you think, Terrence. This is the Vampire Survivors clone.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I have that one. I know it's not the Road Core. I have the Survivor one. I like it.
I like it to an extent. There's some weird choices in it. I don't.
There is.
I don't know. I am like just it's good. 6.5.
I killed the dragon.
Have you unlocked all the classes yet?
Oh yeah, that was the first thing I did.
That's the first thing I did. You scrub.
Well,
Right.
listen, playing as the scout for all the missions would be a nightmare.
Bruh, I hate the scout class in that game. I am not a fan.
Yeah, the problem with it not having all the little things that make it character specific, like in the main game. So I played that. I mean, you take a little bit of Deep Rock Galactic, which I've talked about before, and Vampire Survivors, which we all talked about before, and put them together, and you kind of get this. That's about it. It's good. You know,
It works
it's
really
taking
well.
my time. It fills my need to play Deep Rock without having to do like a 40-minute mission by myself. And then I've also played a game called Mini Shoot Adventures. Nothing? Nobody?
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
I was waiting for you to expound.
Talking about. Yeah, I don't have a clue.
Okay, so Mini Shoot. Hold on, let me make sure I'm saying it right, because I believe it's Mini Shoot Adventures. God damn, if it's not, I've been calling it the wrong thing.
Oh,
Mini
shoot.
Shoot Adventures. Yeah. It is a twin stick shooter, but also a Zelda game.
I was gonna laugh my ass off if you were like, I'm gonna say I'm playing this game. Are you guys gonna say anything? And then it was the wrong fucking name.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about when you said when there was nothing. I'm like, I really hope I did call it the right thing. But yeah, no, it's Mini Shoot Adventures. It's a two-person team that made it, and yeah, it's like an old school top-down Zelda game, but you control a little spaceship, and it's a twin stick shooter.
So it's like, what was that? What was that Insomniac game? That was like a Metroidvania, but it was like a twin stick shooter, but it was underwater.
Oh no,
Something
I've got a different.
fucking. Oh man,
Yeah, because it's not right now. I have Reveal the Deep and Song of the Deep.
Song of the Deep. That's what it was. I love that game.
Reveal the Deep is also a game, and I'm like, that is not it.
That was a great game.
I've seen it. I've never messed with it. Okay, next time I probably fucking own it. But
you probably do own it. I remember the controversy about that game was that the physical version was only available at GameStop. People were pissed.
Because they're the ones that published it.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a very short line of like, we're gonna publish smaller games from bigger studios and pay for everything. So like the digital version's published from them too, but they published a physical version for PS4 and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a bunch of merch.
I do own it.
See?
And it was just this weird thing where they did like two more that weren't nearly as interesting, and then they're like, yeah, we're done. We're not doing that anymore.
People don't realize how hard it is to like publish shit, put out physical versions of games.
Sure, but I also feel like GameStop doesn't. I mean, just look at GameStop. Do you think they have any actual follow through on anything they do?
No.
So, anyways, Mini Shoot Adventures. Ken, I think you need to look into that.
Well, okay, is it only on PC? Because that always becomes a problem for me.
You know what? You asked me that question. I don't know, because that's where I played it.
Because I even feel bad, because like I know a dude that made a game, and he put it out this week, and I got a code, and I downloaded it. I didn't even boot it up, because
I'm looking. I can't see. It's made on Unity, so I would be. I guess it is only PC right now. I can't see any. Yeah, it's only PC right now. So if that comes, which it should, I would be surprised if it doesn't make its way anywhere else. But yeah, it's like had great reviews. It's got a 5.0 rating on Steam. It's $14, $15 American. I think I got it on sale. Yeah, it's really well done. I like the powers that you get. There's a lot of like you kind of have a leveling system, so you collect experience from killed enemies, and then you can upgrade certain abilities. But they do the Zelda thing where you get a new ability, and that allows you to continue on in the dungeon, and then you can bring that to the open world and explore some areas, and stuff like that. So of course they call it a Metroidvania, but because of the angle that you're looking at it in, like Metroid is a side scroller, Zelda is a top down. They both sort of share the same formula. This is a Zelda-ass game.
Oh my god, I was gonna look it up on my Steam Deck, so I picked up quick story. When I went to install the Turtles game, like my Steam Deck was just like, nah, fuck this. Like it was having all kinds of issues. So I just reformatted it. I'm like, fuck it. I ain't used it forever. I'll just factory reset it. So now every time I go to the store, I get a 105 error code. Fucking PC gaming. I swear to Jesus.
I don't have this issue, so I don't know what the fuck you did.
See, you sound like dudes on Twitter. I don't have it, so I don't care.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I'm just,
I literally factory reset it, installed one game, which was that Turtles game, and then I tried to go to the store, and it's like, nah.
Damn, what the hell?
Updated?
Yeah, it's updated. Oh, it just loaded. I reset it, and it reloaded. So I was going to look for this game and put it on I assume they have wish lists. I don't play PC games.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Steam has Mini Shoot is one word. So mini shoot, and then it's just adventures.
Shoot.
I like the graphics. It looks
There it
really
is.
nice.
Oh, there's a demo.
Yeah, try the demo.
All right, download demo.
Because
Yes, Steam Deck. Yes, Steam
It's
Deck.
it's playable on Steam Deck. That's where I started it. So.
No, it just asked me 47 questions. Like, are you sure you want to download a demo? Where do you want to download to? Like, bitch, I only have one hard drive. That's where it goes.
Demo's not tested. So, yeah.
Fucking PC.
But the main game is, so you're good.
There, it's downloading. I think I'm going to set up my dock on my second TV when I get my man cave set up, so I'll be able to like check this shit out a little easier.
You mean your tornado shelter?
Yes, which will also be the fattest video game room you've ever seen. Just saying.
That's what's up.
Fucking be able
extra wide chairs.
No, I'm getting a couch, bitch.
Close enough.
Put a couch down there, dude. I have a fireplace down there. So.
Oh, that's player.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fire. I ain't mad at you. And man, I want one of those big, like, oversized sectional couches.
Like, like the L-shaped ones or like the circle? Okay, yeah.
The L-shaped ones, yeah. I want one of those.
L-shaped ones right now.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
He's sitting on a couch recording a podcast. Now that's fat living right there.
That's what that is. Yeah, he chilling.
All right. That it for you, Anthony? I forgot I was hosting the show. I was fucking with my Steam Deck.
That's fine. Yeah, that's it for me. I don't think I've played anything else. I was so busy. I mean, now we record another podcast on Thursdays, and then Canada last weekend was our 3-day weekend.
Yeah, this is ours this week. Hell yeah.
Because Memorial Day is always the same day, or is it always...
It's always the last Monday of...
Monday.
Yeah. Last Monday of May.
So, hold on. Now I have to... you're going to...
My daughter... Go ahead.
No, keep going while I look something.
Well, I'm just going to brag on my child. That's all.
Oh, that's
her
fine.
birthday is the 26th. So she was born on Memorial Day, but it changes. So her birthday is tomorrow. She's gonna be 22. I'm fucking old, y'all.
I was like, fuck. I think it's funny that Memorial Day is like the one holiday kids don't get off from school because them bitches ain't even in school no more.
Right. Messed up.
Of course, it don't matter. My son's already sleeping till like fucking 2 p.m. or whatever.
That's what they do.
Yeah. I had to get him up yesterday. I'm like, we got yard work to do, bitch. Get up.
Yep. I had to wake Alexis up too. Like, hey, we got something to do. Come on.
So here's our long weekend. It's called Victoria Day, although you'll hear it be called the May 2-4. Because it's Queen Victoria's birthday was on May 24th. And this has been a holiday since 1845, so it's been around for a long time. But it's a federal Canadian public holiday observed on the last Monday preceding May 25th.
Why y'all gotta make shit so complicated?
I don't fucking know. It's really annoying.
It's the last Monday before the second Sunday of December. Like, what?
Exactly. Just make it the last Friday. Just make it the last Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, Thanksgiving is simple. Last Thursday of November. Memorial Day, last Monday of November. Like, what are we doing?
Most times, it will be closer to the 24th than, like, we had the fucking day off on the 19th.
Wow.
Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Like, yesterday was the 24th. So make it the the weekend of the 24th. Yeah. Stupid. It's stupid.
He's having
Sorry,
time.
Continue. I just needed to share that dumb fact.
All right. Well, I guess if you're done, I guess it's Terrence's turn.
Okay. Well, I got a lot, so
I
gotta open up all my stuff because I wasn't here. Okay, so we'll start with the Turtles game since you talked about it. So I'm reviewing.
We should probably preface this. Terrence does not know him, but we all know somebody who worked on this game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So and I was like, well, I guess I should do it, just in case the game is awful. That way I won't lose a friend. So but 100%. The game is actually really rad. It's a tactical. It's okay. So it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's tactical. It's called Tactical Takedown, but it's a tactics type game. The characters like in the game look kind of like miniatures, like the Warhammer figures and different stuff. And when you move and do different attacks, for instance, you start off with Michelangelo.
Whoa, party dude.
Yep. And briefly, I'll just tell you. So the overarching story here is Splinter and Shredder are dead, and I know, right? And so what happens is Karai ends up, who is Shredder's daughter, if you know the lore, invading the Turtles' lair, looking for an artifact with the Foot Clan. Like she's now in charge. And they, so that starts this whole big conflict. But the Turtles are like all separated right now. So like Raphael lives with Casey Jones in an apartment. I have run into Donatello. He was like researching something. I haven't run into Leonardo yet.
This is based on the current lore.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought they just made it up.
Spoiler. No, this is. I mean, I
don't.
think
I don't care
story
about
is
spoilers.
originally made up, but like the that's how the new. So, in the comics, the Turtles had just hit a milestone, and then they restarted at 1, and the new 1 is them separate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Splinter is dead.
Man.
Nice. I mean, I kind of like. I like it. Like I dig the setup.
Splinter being dead, nice. How dare you?
Wow. Okay.
Shame on you.
I mean, well, to be honest, I was never the biggest Splinter fan. I mean, obviously he is needed, but
obviously he's needed, but fuck that rat.
Yeah, fuck that rat. But no, so like I said, it's the tactics game, but when you like move and do different attacks, your miniature like changes. So like one of Michelangelo's attacks is like he has this like nunchuck fury attack. So like when you use it, his miniature changes to like him like swinging a nunchuck in the air. It is super neat. Like, and then he has like skateboard attacks. So like you'll see him like go on a skateboard and he can like jump over people, and like the miniature like moves, like it changes, to accommodate all these different moves and stuff. And it's I guess difficult to describe, but it looks like poetry in motion. Like it feels like a dance when you're playing the game. Because the way the levels are made up is you get kind of like a piece of a level where you'll start on like a part of the city, or in this case, you begin in the sewers, and foot soldiers the Foot Clan will be in or drop in, and as you end your turn and defeat those, like another part will like drop down, kind of like Legos kind of thing, like in front of that area you were on. And then the area you were on is like about to disappear. So you have to be constantly moving forward while at the same time attacking enemies. So you have to plan your different attacks, because you'll have, attacks that will move you different spaces. You'll have attacks that you have to, be in certain positions to use. And all of the Turtles have different move sets. Like I said, the only one I haven't run into so far is Leonardo, so I'm not sure what his are. But Michelangelo's is all about movement, and his definitely feels like a dance. Raphael is, of course, kind of like brute force. And then Donatello has a lot of gadgets, and he has a longer range of attack because, he has the bow staff. But yeah, it's super fun. The music is great. Like, I don't know who they got the soundtrack or did the soundtrack, but it's really like it's fitting. The only the only issue I have with it is I just feel like the writing, like the story beats and stuff is cool, but a few of the characters that they've introduced, it's really over the top. And of course, we're all, and I assume, the person that wrote this probably is too, of that age where the villains back in the day always were super melodramatic. and had long speeches and all that type of shit. But this just felt like that, but like amped up. Like I was like, oh my God, like I was rolling my eyes like, damn, this is a lot. Like this is Turtles. What are we doing? It's too much.
One.
I mean, they all got drama. They had drama in the movies,
Sure. Yeah. No. Sure. I don't know. It just. I don't know. It just felt.
Are you playing this on Steam Deck?
I am. Yeah, I am playing on Steam Deck. It works great
well?
on the deck too. Yeah, it runs perfect on the Steam Deck.
So I looked up the composer, R.J. Lake. I hate the name of this game. Clickholding.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Soundtrack to that, El Paso Elsewhere.
Yeah, that soundtrack was fire.
Seems like they've done quite a few different soundtracks. Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Sure.
I've seen someone play that on because I was curious. I've seen someone play that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's who did it. Funnily enough, I forgot that.
You
They
forgot
die
who?
again?
Oh no! Oh, he's there. What? It cut off. What'd you say? You forgot? That was the last thing we heard.
You sure he's there? I don't think he's
gone.
there.
Oh man. Okay. Well, if he comes back,
carry on.
All right. But no, it's super. I know you said you played a little bit. What you think?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't get to play. That's right. You got the error message.
I know the guy that makes it. No, and like I just didn't even I didn't find time to mess around with it because, like I said, it's on PC. And I'm not sitting at my PC during the weekend, and then I just never booted up my Steam Deck. I'm like, I'm a bad person. I'm a bad friend. Just
well, you get to it. I hope it comes. Okay.
He's back.
I think the last thing we heard was, I think you said it's like. I think that was the last thing we heard.
Man,
okay. Contextually. So I don't know what the fuck's happening. My Wi-Fi has been having issues yesterday. It was bad, but it was oh, okay. It happened in the morning once, and then happened in the evening once, and now it's just
you sound funky.
Blah blah blah. Of course I do.
Doing that too.
I'm using my headset. I'm not on my computer anymore. I'm on my headset using fucking.
Oh, he's calling from Bosnia?
5G. Yeah, I'm calling from the bunker in Bosnia. Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but it's driving me nuts.
You know what's even better? No, you could be calling from station. You could be calling from our space station.
Oh yeah, that's
Man,
it.
did you just make a Bill and Ted reference? Shit. Station.
Oh wow.
I was saying I bought the original TMNT series on DVD because it was $30.
I just bought it digitally.
Ooh.
The whole collection on iTunes because it was $30.
So I have the original series on DVD. I have the 2000 series, which is my favorite, on DVD, and then I have the first Nickelodeon series, which is the CG one, on DVD. So I'm very excited to go through all that.
Was the 2000 one, was that Nickelodeon? Because I feel like that's
not
there
originally.
Was one,
that was for kids, which is Konami's.
But did it end up being Nickelodeon?
You can find a set published by Nickelodeon. Yeah,
Nickelodeon.
I can't remember what makes that one unique, but there was one that started.
That's the one that has. They all have white eyes. They don't have any pupils.
We can see the whites.
Does the theme song go
oh boy,
Turtles?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay,
well, I'm very disappointed that you didn't pull out a performance for that. It was more like
because I figured you no, you're not gonna get all that. But I didn't like that one at the beginning, but I feel like by the second or third season, something changed and I started watching. I was like, oh damn, this show is actually all right. I got into it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 turtles.
Yep,
yeah.
That's the one. Yep.
I thought he was going to do the Contact theme song. Remember that?
They make a no.
3,
I do
2,
not.
1. Contact is the answer. Sorry, that's very old.
They make a Matrix reference with all the foot soldiers. Donatello's like, I have a staff and there's a bunch of people that all look the same. I know what to do, and he puts staff in the ground and tries to like do the runaround kicking everybody in the face, and he just slides down his staff. That's the one that they also have the movie where they go meet the original TV show turtles, and then they also meet the Eastman Laird turtles.
Yep, I remember.
Like,
that was like the finale, wasn't it?
Basically, yeah. So I don't know why I ran into a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff while I was out. They also, does anybody remember the toys that would transform into the turtles? You could like sort of do like a really shitty transformer, and they would just be normal turtles, and then you could transform them into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep,
vaguely.
I had 2 of them. Yep.
They have remade those, but with the new character designs from Mutant Mayhem.
Interesting.
I thought that was great. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been like remaking all the classic figures anyways, which I'm not gonna lie. If we're gonna look at action figures that have stood the test of time, the original Turtles are probably the best.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but we all threw them in the bathtub and buried them in the backyard, so they're
And they still withheld, which is surprising.
I mean, well, we lost the belts. That was the.
Nah, the belts were the worst part. The belts all.
Yeah.
I definitely lost all the belts, and I had a bunch of naked turtles. You know.
My reboot figures didn't hold up at all. So, just saying.
But well, and that was your turtle. Your
We would have a lot of turtle hours on this show. Turtle time.
Yeah.
Is, it's crazy.
But no, this game is pretty good, and it's I think it's like $17.99. It might be the sale price. It might be like $20 to get it.
I'm excited to play it.
Excuse me.
Just because I love
it's very
turtles.
good.
So.
And it's different. Like we've never had a tactics out of all the fucking Turtles games, because I know y'all went down the gamut at the other show.
That is true. I did, and you're right. There are no tactics games.
And this one is pretty cool. Like I said, the only thing that bothers me is the ham-fisted riding.
I like the accent on that. The ride, like Christopher Walken did. Like I want to tell you,
the Foo Fighters,
and the writing of this game. It's crazy. I don't know.
Oh God, I love him.
Foo Fighters.
That bad goes. Okay, so Monster Train 2.
Did you do that impression, but say I don't know where Natalie Wood is?
I don't know.
You know what?
Where Natalie Wood is.
I went down. We're clipping that.
Oh my God. I
went down a rabbit hole. Like about, I don't know if it was him or what led me to it, but I like found out that he was involved in the whole Natalie, but he was there when it happened. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, nah. This is fishy as hell, man. Anyway, so Monster Train 2, I also played for review.
Sounds like a really bad porn. Continue.
Monster Train 2 Electric Boogaloo. So I didn't play the first one, and this isn't you guys' type of game at all. This is a deck builder roguelike. Oh, okay.
You talking to the wrong person. You just talking about me.
That's just a Ken thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you may dig it then. So it's on Game Pass as well. So it works on the PC.
Game Pass again. God damn it.
Oh damn! Did you?
What are you doing, sir?
I'm not using it.
He's on PC. Yeah, he's on PC now.
Is he not playing Doom? I'm asking.
No.
I don't know. Okay.
No. You know what? Like, after you talking about it and really how I feel about Eternal, I'm like, I don't need to put myself through this again. Disappointment.
I'm still playing it. I'm playing it, and like I'll play a level, and I'm like,
yeah. I can also go back and have more fun with Doom 2016.
That's fair. If you having more fun, I got you. And to be fair, like I guess I'm like Ken. Like I don't think I've sat down and played 2 levels at the same time.
No.
Like I play a level and I'm like, all right, and I move on.
That's not a compliment.
You know what else I'm not doing anymore? Looking for secrets. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah, I kind of stopped doing that
like
too.
Part of the fun of fucking the Doom games. Yeah. So no, I'm not. No.
Oh, okay, well I guess it's not
I'm
good.
good.
All right.
I didn't say it wasn't good. It's not.
No, I'm not saying it's bad
I mean,
either. I'm just saying,
right,
like, why would I settle
for
for
him.
mid on a series that I've already done that once for, in my opinion?
Oh, Eternal? I'm assuming you're referring to Eternal.
Yeah, Eternal.
Man, people just really hate that game, man.
I didn't hate that game until I got to the Marauder.
I'm sorry, I'm not
I'm
here. No, I would argue that, like, there's some other enemies in that. I mean, the Marauder's definitely, like, the worst. But it was just like, oh, you need armor, you have to fucking grenade them. But then if you want, like, ammo, you need to chainsaw them. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was a lot.
You also had to switch weapons
armor when
too.
they drop, and then you have to glory kill to get health. And I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, the switching weapons thing was the thing that got me. It's like, well, to kill this enemy, you gotta switch to this weapon, and like on console, you gotta go through the weapon wheel to do all that, and it's like,
Yeah, I feel that. But okay, Monster Train 2. How the fuck did we get on Doom? Monster Train 2.
Game Pass.
Oh, that's right. Is a deck builder. So the overall story here is, and I didn't play the first game, which is kind of surprising. But so I guess in the first game, you were controlling demons invading heaven, and now you are controlling angels. Like basically, the Titans are taking over heaven, and so the angels are having to side with the demons to drive back the Titans. Is the story. But it really just boils down to, like I said, it's a deck building game. So you'll and a roguelite. So you'll have to follow a track. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, like, when you say train, do you mean like a literal train?
Why is my man being
track?
Bryant Gumble? Yes,
I
it
was
is a
wondering
literal
if I was gonna pick up on that.
Motherfucker, train has 2 meanings. It's almost like the English language is stupid.
No, you're right. I'm talking about him being Bryant Gumble. So, yeah.
Oh. I thought you were talking about me, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna take that. I'm pretty sure that's an insult.
Yeah, no, you good. No, it is a literal train. Like you, so you literally will be able to control this train. Like it rides on a track from hell to heaven. Like each
It seems like a bad plot. If I was heaven, I'd be like, why is this train go right to the guys we don't like?
I mean, right? Like, who built this, and why do we need this? Like, what are we doing? But so as you go up the track, it will split. You'll have, a left and right side, and you'll have different, nodes that you can choose from. So you might have where you'll get a new character, a store that'll update your magic cards, versus the other side might have, you can heal your pyre, or upgrade your attack cards. And you can do all this type of stuff before you get to the top, which is just a battle. So you kind of, get your stuff together and then you go fight. When you're in said fight, you're drawing cards. You use cards to fight. You have Valor, which upgrades your character's attack. And then you have something called Pyre Fire, which will cause the enemies to take more damage. And that stacks. So you'll have a bunch of those cards which you want to hit the biggest enemies with. And then after you play all the cards, you end the turn, and then everybody, ends their turn. Like they do their different attacks. And so the enemies will go up a level. There's 3 levels to the train, with your pyre that you have to protect being at the very top. And if you don't clear out the enemies on, each level, they will progress to the next each turn. And then that's pretty much it. You just have to stop your pyre from getting done. I've yet to beat the game. I keep getting stuck at the same boss because it has reanimate. And so every time it moves up a floor, it gets another 6 stacks of reanimate, which means that I have to kill it 7 times for it to actually die, but then it goes up. Now I have to kill it 13 times for it to actually die. And I haven't figured out. Fun. Yeah, I haven't figured out the combination of stuff to stop that. I'm sure it's there because there's tons of cards that, buff and do different things. I haven't figured out the combination. So it's not bad. I'm enjoying it. But I just, haven't finished it and I'm stuck at the moment. Moving on. to my long list. Hold on, my thing. Okay. Played. I'm doing all the PC stuff first. I talked about Turtles. I only played a little bit of this because it just came. The Gundam Seed. Oh Lord. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Battle Destiny Remastered. That's the longest fucking
The motherfucker
title.
just made that up. Somebody just made that up. That's
Right. That's
not
the
a real
longest
name.
title. So it was a PSP game that only came out in Japan. A Gundam game, which is, a shame. I wish we got more Gundam stuff because I enjoy that franchise.
Bad. So you know
what? There's
Sam.
it's always a risk of what gets translated.
Right. I get that. And this, they translated, everything into English. It has voiceovers, but the voices are in Japanese. But just talking about Gundam games, I found one when I was looking through, old stuff on 360. There was a Battlefield like Gundam game that came out in Japan.
They made they made a Dynasty Warriors Gundam game. They made a 2D
those
fighter.
Those were awesome.
They made a 2D fighter.
Yeah. Wait, they did?
They made two of them. Gundam fighters. Was it Gundam Battle? It's on the PlayStation.
It's also like a Ghost Recon like game on the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, was that 0079? Is that one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
I had that. That one was good. I liked that one.
There's like a Street Fighter
I'm gonna have
game.
to look up this Street Fighter. I didn't know that.
There's two of them.
That's dope.
There's two of them.
You gotta be very careful. There's a
PlayStation.
bunch of 2D fighters.
But only one of them's got Big Zam.
Gotcha. Some of them are terrible.
You can't even see Big Zam when you play. He's so big.
Jesus. All right.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
It's Gundam Battle something, and then there was Gundam Battle 2.
I think they're all called Gundam Battle to some extent. So.
Yeah, these are on PS1, and there's two of them on PS1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking more of when you said 2D fighters, I know that there's a bunch for Super Nintendo as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch on Super Nintendo, but the ones on PlayStation are actually really good.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
They're very unbalanced though, because all you gotta do is pick Big Zam, you win.
Got you.
That's my rap name.
I'm gonna check that out.
That's your rap name, Big Zam?
Is it really?
No.
Big Zam. I believe it. No,
I thought you were gonna freestyle. I was waiting.
I did too. Drop a bar for the people one time.
I embarrass myself on the regular on this podcast by just opening my mouth. I don't need to then try to rap.
Can anybody beatbox? Because we need to get him a fat beat.
See, I suck. I'm like the only black person that doesn't have rhythm. Yeah, so I know, man. I don't even dance, and my wife loves to dance, and I'm like, we're going out there, girl, because I know I can slow dance, but when it comes to fat, normal, just dancing to some whatever song, I'll start off good, but then in my head, I don't know, I start speeding up, and now I'm off rhythm, and I just punch the guy next to me, and I'm like, oh god, so I just got to go sit down.
You'd love the mosh pit then. That's all that they do in there.
Man, you never beaten them. You never beaten them allegations at this point.
Who?
You describing white people right now?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, well listen,
I can't dance. I can slow dance. I can mosh pit.
Black man that he met. He's in a lot of ways, he's not wrong. I can't fucking dance. I can't really rap, which is crazy because I can write. I love writing stories and shit, but I can't rap. My brother can. Anyways, all right. Now y'all know that I'm a white person in disguise, I guess. I don't know. But I get to say nigga, so there's that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Terrence. I don't think whiteness is unfortunately stopping some people from saying it. So
I was gonna say they can say it. They just probably should.
They shouldn't.
They probably should.
Yeah, clearly some people have been punched in the face.
They absolutely can say it. It's not illegal. Yeah.
Right. No. You're right.
They want to get on them talk shows and be like, well, they could say it. Why can't I?
You know why. You know why.
Right. You know damn well why.
The reason that you're not saying it right now is the reason why.
I think my favorite clip of that is what was it? Delroy Lindo was on that show, and he's like, well, "Go ahead."
It's from a movie or whatever. Yeah.
Say it.
Goes,
go on. Nobody's stopping you. Go on, say it. Oh shit!
The look he gives that guy.
Oh yeah,
The other actor. Oh,
he was
it's
staring
so
through his soul,
uncomfortable.
man. He's like, "Oh,
Just
Yeah.
say it."
crazy eyes. Yeah, just
I love Delroy Lindo. That dude is. Oh man, he's great.
I do too.
Oh shit! How did we get here?
okay.
I forgot Gundam.
Man, Gundam, yes.
Terrence
wow,
can't,
that's
Gundam. Terrence can't dance. Terrence then said he's a white person in disguise. Then we went into the.
You should just call. You should name this episode "Terrence is White." That'll get hella clear. Like, what the fuck? What happened?
I feel like I might get in trouble for that.
Terrence pulled a J and just found a
you have
picture
my
of somebody
permission.
online and pretended to be a different race. I'm onto you, Jay. If you listen to this, I'm onto you. I don't believe you're Asian still.
He doesn't listen to this.
No, I mean, no one should, but yeah.
Whatever. I do when I'm
behind the scenes. Everybody, the joke has been that I don't believe, because we don't know much about Jay, is that I don't believe any of it. That's what I've just leaned into the complete crazy aspect.
Yeah, he's a very private person.
So every time something comes up, I'm like, just like Jay is Asian. First, he just went to the second page of Google results and found the first Asian guy to use his profile picture. I know what's up.
His picture. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of this Mobile Suit Gundam game. Yeah, I know it's set in the Seed universe, which I don't know
it's right
a whole
there
lot
in the
about.
name.
Well, I know, but I mean, because I enjoy Gundam, but I know more about the
different universes, or are they just different times?
I thought they were different universes.
They're different universes.
I don't fucking know anything
there are
about Gundam
two of
stuff.
them that are a part of the same, because there's the Universal Century, which is like the main branch. With
you done just
Amaru
triggered this
and
lore dump. Thanks, Anthony.
I'm not about to go through all of that, but yeah, it's they are different universes.
You ever trigger somebody like that, and then you immediately regret it?
No, I didn't.
I have.
Like, I know, I've
asked
never
the
understood
question,
the
I didn't
Harry
regret
Potter
it.
movies, and this guy pings up, he's like, actually,
So once upon a time, there was a lady who
Oh shit!
actually
Here we
writes
go.
books very poorly, and then she made a bunch of money. Why can't they use the time travel in the other books, Joanne? That's what I fucking thought.
I love that he
used her
by
government name. What's that?
Yeah,
man?
I love that. Anthony be like, nah, fuck that, Joanne. Like, he ain't playing
Bitch,
that.
hold on. Here's the reason why. You know why it's J.K. Rowling? Because then you don't know if it's a man or a woman. And this bitch is
kinda
gonna
figured
be
that.
upset about fucking trans people. Bitch, you write under the name Robert Galbraith in your other books. Shut your mouth.
See, that's exactly
Hold
the
on,
dude
you
I
have-
was talking about at the party.
I can't help it if the Harry Potter books are poorly written. Yeah, party foul. I understand.
Oh,
Get the fucking red card. And
How do I
sit
get
on
out
the
of
bench.
this conversation? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
all right, we're talking about
no.
Gundam. We're talking about
and
Gundam.
then fucking Ken's like, ugh, lore dumps, and then he brings up Harry Potter as if he doesn't realize that's going to cause problems.
Man, I
anyway.
was just trying to make a joke, you know? I can't help it.
Wow. Anyway, so the Seed universe is a part of the Cosmic Era.
Sure.
But like they have the other, like the one that's it's got a weird name. It's like GQUUUX or whatever. That one is an alternate universe where Xeon wins the 1 year war from the Universal Century. So instead of Amaru and them, it was damn, I can't think of my boy's name.
Where does all
Homie
this
in
take
red.
place?
Space and Earth.
Space.
I knew it.
The
I
sad
knew
part
it.
is I didn't realize where that was going until the moment he hit the button.
Oh, really? I knew you were about to hit it. Like
I wasn't even thinking that far ahead.
Thank you.
But just, I'm gonna wrap it up. So you run missions. Sorties is what they call them. You get to upgrade your Gundam, picking weapons and loadouts and stuff like that. It's typical kind of Gundam fare. But I am writing a review on it. I'll have more to talk about it later. I did go back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last night. I played that for.
I still ain't seen a review
like
for that.
3 hours. I know, bruh. I know. Listen, I'm gonna have it to you this week.
Did that come out in February?
You know what? Because it said the last time I played it was February 25th.
Was today?
So today's May 25th, so it's oh wow,
it's 3 months.
Anyway, that remains a very good game. Just absolutely fantastic. I mean, you probably have already played it, but yeah. Okay, so on to the Xbox stuff. I know I'm like talking for forever. I played some that Palia game that came out free to play. That's one of those cozy games.
Farming sim, farming.
The hook.
I have a friend that plays that.
Oh, nice. Is that it's more a MMO type, so you actually are online with a bunch of other people. So you'll have your own plot, which you can develop and decorate and stuff like that. But when you leave your plot, you're in like the hub world, like the main world, and you'll see other people. You can group up to handle quests and get experience and stuff like that. They just got a big update, which added a new part of the world, which I'm sure your friend is probably happy about because I played this before. Go ahead.
I have a fun story about this. So this game is on the Switch.
Yeah, I think it came out there first.
Update comes out, breaks the Switch version.
Cool.
Damn.
So if you got when it updated, luckily my friend was able to figure it out. But like she was looking online, I assumed like, oh wow, they've broken this fucking game because they're prepping for Switch 2, which is like. Not a crazy thought. No, something broke in the back end. So it's not a clan because that's not really how this game works, but you can have like basically a friend group that is like the people that you will see more often. And if you were in one of those, you have to leave that and stay out of those, and the game runs fine. If you were in one, the game ran at like I'm gonna say it froze. It went from like maybe 10 frames a second to like just freezing straight up. Yeah, it was bad. Like, and it was just an instant change once the update occurred. So yeah, it was pretty brutal.
You'd think they'd test these things, but
yeah, she was streaming it, and she's like, "Give me a minute." Because, like, then we just all stared at a screen, waiting for the fucking menu to load.
All right.
Yeah, it was bad. So if you are having that problem on Switch, like, just leave your, whatever it's called, your neighborhood / clan thing or whatever, and then don't rejoin any of them, and you'll be fine.
God, I love gaming.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so I mean that's like I said, I think I had played it before, but it's not bad. I don't know how much time I'm going to put into it for real, but
I'm going to be honest. Like if it's not as in depth on the farming aspect, it is very much more on the Sims level of things. Voice cast though is really good. Like I recognized a bunch of the voice actors from that. The guy who played Noctis in Final Fantasy 15 is the voice of the robot that is the fishing guy in that game, and they're completely different voices. Yeah, I
didn't even realize that was him. Damn.
Yeah, it's a well-made game, just without that last update breaking shit.
Yeah, and it's free to play too, so that's neat. What you say?
I just chuckling.
Oh, okay. The next game that I played was I think you played a little bit too, was the Tainted Grail, The Fall of Babylon.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Every time the fucking Tainted Grail is said, all I can think of is the Taint.
The Taint. Yep.
Worlds.
Dude.
Yep.
Bruh, I played this game.
Yeah, it's not.
I didn't even get out of the tutorial because like I was playing in third person, and like when you like look down, your character like hunches over and looks absolutely ridiculous.
Wait,
yeah.
So this is a first person or third person game?
It's fucking. We have
first person.
Skyrim at home. It's
Yes, it is. It's Skyrim at home. So it's first person. They added the third person, I guess, just to help people as an accessibility thing, but they tell you it's not optimized. It's pretty jank, and that's why Ken is experiencing what is like. It's the third person is not. Don't play in third person. Don't play in third person.
Okay.
I mean, don't.
I
kind of feel like
third
don't
person,
play.
I assumed this was a
you know.
Dark Souls clone.
I'm sorry. Like
No.
I know they sent me like a collector's edition. That's the disclosure. Like they sent me like this big figure. Like I want to think it's cool because like who does Arthurian lore? Like a lot, not much,
Yeah.
But like the combat is not great.
It's not. Like I was saying to you. I think the concept is cooler than the execution.
Yes.
But it is very much a Skyrim at home. You start off in prison. I guess that wasn't
It's Oblivion,
Skyrim,
like
but
straight up
Oblivion.
Yeah.
And
We must
then you have to
escape
work
the
your
dungeon.
way out. Yeah, and then oh my god, I got killed the first time because I just was like, oh well, fuck it, I'm just gonna start exploring. Well, I ain't have no weapon and ran into some guards because like the person that breaks you out just disappears and it's like go left and that's all the information it gives you. Like nigga, should I keep going left? Like, cause there's other rights and then zombies bust through a wall and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, listen, oh my god, if the combat was better, I think this game would probably be a 7, but as it stands, I'm probably giving it a 6 because it's just
it's not.
Why does it sound like somebody has printed out something on an old dot matrix? You hear that?
It's his headset. It's been doing that.
Is it mine?
Oh wow!
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
No,
give me a minute.
you're good. No, bro, you are good. I hadn't heard it before. It just popped up for me. Like
he's printing out a happy birthday
banner
banner on his dot matrix.
Yes, you good. I wasn't even trying to throw shots.
I'm printing out 48 DPI porn.
Sweet.
On the old dot page.
Wow.
He'll be ready to go in about 3 hours.
And when I have all these sheets of paper unfolded and taped together with the little side notches torn off, oh man,
he's in for a treat.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh, that's funny as hell, because I'm sure people used to do that.
Oh, they absolutely did. A bunch of fucking weirdos. That's who they were.
Oh, shit. But no, it's pretty rough. It's pretty... And what's crazy
he done left.
is that it was... Daggone, I wasn't even trying to... I shouldn't even say nothing. I
legit...
that was the first time I heard it.
You see what you did?
I'm sorry. I wasn't even trying to do that. But yeah, it's been in early access because I went back and kind of looked it up.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised it's as rough feeling as it is. Like,
the people that made it, is this their first game? Like, I legit don't know. I haven't looked it up yet.
That I didn't look up, actually. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, let me see.
Don't Google Taint.
No.
That would be a bad time. Was this... Who's the developer? Where's the Awaken Realms? Is that them?
It is. Yes, it is.
R
that's the
Games. Well, no. It says developer Awaken Realms and Questline.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I see it. No, this is not their first game. They
R Games. I have never heard of any of these games.
I've heard of Tainted Grail Conquest. It was on Game Pass for a while. I think it was an early.
Man, they
access.
made a lot of games.
Strategy. Yeah.
Wait, are these board games? No, this website is for the publisher.
Oh, I'm looking at their Steam thing.
Awaken
like
Realms is the publisher, I think. Well, who is Questline? It says that's a PR company. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I am too. Because when you click on... Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know. But listen, the game is rough. Okay? It's just know that it's rough. The concept is cool, but it very much is Skyrim you have at home. You're going to have, as you attack and do stuff, you'll get upgrades. There's magic. There's different swords and shield combos. So, I mean, there's
this is
armor
based
classes.
off of a board game.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
okay.
It says right here it came out in 2019. It's 1 to 4 players.
Well, it sounds like you were bored playing this game. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
You didn't even use the. You didn't use the thing.
No.
You gotta
There
use
it
the
is.
thing.
I am also playing a game right now, so
I like the
it's a little hard for me.
but yeah, it's yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
So I play. Oh, why did this scroll up? I'm so sorry, y'all. Blades of Fire, which I have a review of. For Jesus Christ, I have so much shit.
That's the Mercury Steam game.
Yeah, we're gonna shotgun this because I have a lot of shit. Jesus. The Mercury Steam game. It's pretty good. So I think it borders on the edge of a Dark Souls because enemies definitely respawn when you kill them. The I guess hook here is that you forge your own weapons. The overarching story real quick is that the queen in this land basically cast a spell that all the stone or all the steel in the world has become petrified except for hers to stop anybody from, uprising or anything like that. Our hero Aaron is presented.
Wait.
Go ahead.
What the petrified steel?
Oh yeah, it turns to stone. Like the steel literally is it's hardened with rock. Like it's like a rock around it.
All right.
Yeah, that
really
also is a mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's magic. She did it with magic. I don't know why she did that.
So
Whoa! It's magic.
What's the
nice.
alchemy? Okay, got married.
Yeah. So and that also is a mechanic. So when you die in this game, and because you can hold up to 4 weapons at a time, and you can switch to them. When you die, the weapon that you were holding becomes petrified and stays there, and so you have to run back to get your weapon. So you don't drop your resources or anything like that. You lose your weapon when you die.
Okay.
And you just go back and run to it. You get it back. You go back in your inventory. But like I was saying, the hook here is you forge your own weapon. So throughout the world, as you defeat enemies and open up chests and break barrels and stuff, you'll find, different types of steel and wood and all kind of stuff. And depending on what kind of ingredients you use, you will directly affect the output of your weapon. So you can balance it so that it's more defensive. You can, make it so that it's more of a cutter. You can make it so that, your spears are more stabby, you get more damage from the stab attacks, because you can do that as well when you're holding weapons. You can switch between attacking from the tip or the side. So there's a lot of flexibility. Yeah, man. You can, hit them with the tip. There's a lot of flexibility. Just the tip.
Okay.
There's a lot of flexibility with the combat in this game.
I hope there's not a lot of flexibility with the tip.
You don't want a lot of flexibility on your tip. That's no good.
No.
All right, if you got that, you should see someone. But there's a ton of different weapons. Not a ton. That is too much. No, there's 6, maybe more. 7 weapons.
That's
and they range from well, I guess that's types. Then there's they go down from there, because you'll have dual wielding, you'll have spears, but then you'll have a subcategory of various types of spears. Then you'll have
Is there
war
a Britney
hammers.
Spears?
Is there what?
Is there a Britney Spears?
There is not. Well, no, but that is interesting because you can name your weapons. So if you want to make your spears name Britney Spears, you can do that.
I mean, if you did that,
I
would be impressed. I'd be like, wow.
I feel like I'm going to have to forge one and do that.
You have to forge Britney Spears.
Yeah, I didn't name any of my weapons. I just used the random thing, because when you get done forging it, it automatically puts a name to it, but you can edit it if you want, which is kind of neat. The forging mechanic is a little mini game, which is not easy at all. You're presented with, after you kind of mark up your weapon and mix up your ingredients, you pour it in the forge, and then you pull out your billet and you got a hammer, and so you'll have a shape that you have to meet. And the steel, as you run across, will lower. It'll be raised on the sides, but it'll be lower where your little pointer is. So you have to raise and lower this steel, hitting from one end to the next to try to match this shape. And you have a certain amount of strikes that you can do. But what you want to do is the the better you do this, the more repair stars you get. And what that is your weapons will eventually break. So you may have crafted a masterful weapon, but it's going to break at some point. But if you have, you can get up to 4 actually repair stars if you're really good with the foraging aspect, and you can, repair that weapon fully that many times until you run out of stars, in which case it's just gone. The combat is fun. It's direction based. Buttons on the D-pad, X and B swing, left and right respectively. Y is overhead, whereas A is a underhand attack. So you make your own combos kind of based on the momentum of your swings, which is actually really, really neat. The game is very brutal. You'll cut off limbs, heads. It's very bloody. There is a little partner that follows you. I enjoy their banter. It's not too much. But he kind of like makes fun of him about missing stuff. Like it's real natural, their banter. I think it doesn't feel forced like a lot of games. But if you get sick of that, you can send him back to camp, with the hammer and just send him away. There are some times where you'll need him like
and he goes flying back to camp.
That would be awesome. But no, you just like slam it in your hand and he teleports back. But you'll need him to like decipher different runes and different stuff that you find across the world. But after he does that, you can send him back if you don't even want to be bothered with him. But it's pretty neat. It's not, a $70 game. I don't think they did it full price. They did say that this is, the beginning of this journey. They have other, stories and games, I guess, planned for the character. And I enjoyed it. I think it's pretty dope.
It's $60.
I said I was going to shotgun this and I went real far. Oh, is it? I thought it was,
No.
I could have sworn it was $49.99.
No,
Okay.
it's $59.99.
Okay. Well, at least it's not 80. Deliver at all cost. I'm gonna let you talk about that because you played that.
I did. I
you
only
play
played
that?
a little. Yeah, I played like I'm hired. Basically, is where I made it. That fucking
Gotcha. Okay.
melon mission. Jesus Christ! I never drove so slow in my life.
Bruh.
Like I'm just creeping along, and like I love the concept of that game because the physics are so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
The melon mission I had to replay because I definitely
I did it on my first try.
Look at you.
I
Yeah,
only
no,
had
I'm not all my
27.
melon.
I only had 27 when I got there, but I did it.
When I finally did it, I had 21. I barely fucking made it.
Jesus Christ. Like, I was so terrified at the part where you gotta wash him and then it shoots him out the thing. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get back in the truck and drive over there.
Yeah.
That game is fun, though. That game is so stupid.
It is.
I love it.
It is stupid fun. You work for a delivery company, you're delivering wacky packages, but the real hook of the game is, like you said, like the physics and the destruction. Like you can drive through everything. You can, get out of a car and get into another car, if you just want to tool around the city. But it ends up being one of those games where kind of like you'll get to a point where you're like, you know what, I've seen everything here. And you really are just playing it for that kind of chaotic fun of just kind of driving through the city. The balloon one was really fun. Where you have you done that one yet?
No, I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah. I think that's the next one you're about to do because I think that's when you first get hired. That one is fun. Taking the ramps and stuff, and you'll see why. That I like that one. It's a chaotic, fun game. Like
Yeah, I'm digging that game a lot. I think I'm gonna play some more of that.
Let's see. Outside of that, I played Knock on the Coffin Lid. I'm 100%. That's a game that's another deck builder. I reviewed that as well. It's kind of like Monster Train. I mean, you're picking cards for your attacks, or Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is another game that's like. So, you have that overworld map that you're going through where you're, going to fight or you're going to a camp to upgrade your cards and whatever else. It's that type of thing. Great atmosphere, cool music. I like the graphics there, but again, it's another deck builder. And I want to say that's it because Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll talk about that linked Banner of the Spark next week because it keeps crashing on me. So
I played that for I played
you
through the tutorial of that. It seems
What'd you think?
It seems good, But it definitely feels janky. Like when you fly into the new area, she's already standing there, and then she flies in.
Yeah,
Like, it's weird.
Yep. I had one where I loaded in, and all I saw was my dude's head and his hands, but it wasn't my character. It was like the default before you like create your character.
Yeah.
And then after 30 seconds, all my people, like all his parts, like loaded in. Like the game is very janky. It is fun, and it keeps crashing on me. Like I'm like, God dang it. So
I like the
it
grappling
needs
hook
patches.
mechanic of that.
Yes. And so you get to upgrade that into the combat, and you do some pretty cool stuff. Like you can grapple an enemy and then like spin around that enemy with your sword, like hitting everybody around them and then throw them at the end of it. Like it does some neat stuff. I just wish it would work consistently.
Yeah, it seems a little buggy right now.
Yeah. So I'll talk more about that, next week, or if I, once I get to play a little bit more. And yeah, that's it for me. I will let you go. I think that I covered everything.
Yeah, I'll definitely shotgun this because I've played very little of a lot of things, so I'll kind of run through them real quick. I got a copy of Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. I booted it up. It's got modern controls. I haven't made it very far. I made it to like the first save point and was like, had to go do something else. So I'll talk more about that probably next week, but I'm kind of expecting that it's Onimusha 2 with HD visuals, which is fine.
Yeah.
What else did I play? So a couple little indie games I checked out. There's one called Maniac, where it's essentially the old school Grand Theft Auto, like the top-down 2D style. But each level is a different crazy person. Like the first level is like a drunk Santa Claus. And the objective of the game is to just do as much crazy shit and survive as long as you can. It's like deliver at all costs. Like after you play it once, you kind of have seen what it's going to do, and then you just kind of move on. Like I had fun, but like I'm probably never going to play it again. For the first time, there was a waifu game that came in the indies, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna boot it up. Fucking Monkey Ball.
What?
So it's called Super Waifu Ball. And it is literally just like anime girls in a ball, and it's a monkey ball game.
Nice.
It's terrible. It controls like ass. So bad. I played a very interesting Little Nightmares style game, and when I say Little Nightmares, I don't mean like the side-scrolling kind. It's more like the vibe of this game. It's called Out of Sight. And the premise of this game is that you're playing as this little girl who is blind. At least I think she's blind. She's got a blindfold over her eyes, and she doesn't take it off, so I'm just assuming that she's actually blind. But apparently her teddy bear comes to life, and you can see through its eyes. So the way the game works is you pick up the teddy bear, and she holds it like in front of her, and it becomes a first-person game. So, like, you move around using the teddy bear's eyes to see where you're going. Now, when you go to solve puzzles, you set the teddy bear down and you, like, move the little girl in third person, but you can only move her in the view of the teddy bear. It's a very interesting game, but it definitely has, like, the vibe of Little Nightmares, where there's these creepy people kind of chasing you through the house.
What's this called again?
It's called Out of Sight.
Alrighty.
Yeah, this game, like, I was very intrigued by this game as I played it. It is a very interesting concept, and I definitely was getting some creepy vibes from it.
I'm intrigued.
So that Gollum game was $2.99.
I saw that. Oh my God, you bought it.
I did.
Almost bought it. I was like, no.
I did.
Is it terrible?
It is. So you expect when you boot this up, you're like, this is going to be like the worst thing I've ever played, right? It's not. Like, it's not good, but like, it's just a generic stealth platformer.
Gotcha.
Like it plays fine. I find it hilarious that in the menus, like where you can set like performance and quality mode, there's a toggle for Gollum hair physics. What? It's there.
Okay.
You can turn it on. But I mean, I played through the tutorial. I was like, this plays fine. Like, I'm not offended, but it probably gets worse the more you play it. Obviously,
Probably.
but like just playing it, I was like, this is just a generic ass.
From what I've seen, there are some notoriously broken sections of that game.
There may be.
So, like, it's already not good, and then it just starts to fall apart at the seams.
The
Now,
narrative
maybe they've
around that
patched
game,
from
though,
that,
is just
but
like when you play it, it's like the worst thing you've ever played, and I'm like, it's really not. Like,
I think part of that is the license too.
sure,
Like, either this should have been made. Well, let's just say I'm going to say it. This should have been made by Cyanide, who makes
Sticks. Yeah,
that's who should have made this game.
but let's
That's
be
clearly
fair. Let's be fair about the
the
Lord of
idea
the
of it.
Rings license. There's a shitload of like really crappy games.
Correct. But this was Daedalic.
Mm-hmm.
A point and click game would have been fine. That's what they used to do. And now there's no studio attached. They're just a publisher.
Yeah.
Like, bad decisions all around.
I played some more Doom: The Dark Ages. I feel like this is the longest it's ever taken me to get through a Doom game. And it's just because I like every level I play, I'm like done after that level. And I'm not gonna lie, they really, really focus on the story, and I'm like, I mean,
They
this
really do.
this story would be really cool if it wasn't Doom, and I don't want to be like dismissive like that, but like, there's been like 10 Doom games, and nobody's given a shit about the story. And now all of a sudden we're supposed to give a shit about the story? Like, I don't know, man. It's weird. But it's still good. It's just, I don't know. It's more disappointing than it is like anything else. And then the last thing I played is a game called Blazing Strike, which is a 2D fighting game. It's been out for a while on PlayStation and Switch and PC, I think, but they finally put an Xbox version out. So, like, I was chatting with the developer on Twitter, and he sent me over a code, and I've been playing that. It's pretty good. I do feel like some of it is a little slow. I do not like the default like filter that it puts on it, because like they go heavy for the arcade like scan lines and curved screen kind of look, and like that's nostalgic, but I don't need that stuff. Like, I lived through that, so like I look at it once and I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of looks like what it looked like back then, but I don't want to play that way now. But it is a very like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's good, it's fun. Some of the characters are pretty cool. Some of the backgrounds are pretty cool, but I feel like the combat is a little, I don't know, stiff, and the animations are a little lacking, which it's an indie game, so I get it. But I do think it's cool. So I'm going to play some more of that and do a review of that. And I think that's been the big stuff. I mean, obviously I still play Madden, Overwatch, and Rock Band every week, but nobody needs to hear about those anymore. It's not like I achieved anything miraculous in any of those games. In fact, I almost clicked uninstall on Overwatch yesterday. That's how my games went. I was so pissed.
Dang.
It's just not fun right now. Although the story that came out where they did like the ban percentages. Oh, excuse me. Where Sombra is banned like 90% of games. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I have not played in a game with Sombra since they put hero bans in.
That is just wild. Like, Sombra Main's out here hurting.
Oh yeah, they've probably quit playing the game because you can't even play as her anymore. Like, for real.
Yeah, jeez.
But anyway, that's, yeah, whatever. Let's talk about what's out this week. We've got I can't believe they've made 3 of these, but Fuga Melodies of Steel 3 comes out this week.
Yeah. They're not bad games. They're actually really good.
I mean, I'm sure they are, but did we need 3? I guess I don't know.
No, because the second one was a lot like the first one, and I didn't even know they were making a third one until you pinged me about it.
I mean,
I saw it's like in space now.
Go ahead.
This is the furthest that CyberConnect has gotten with like their own properties.
Space.
At this point, like this is they own Fuga.
I
Because
didn't
it's in
realize
the
that.
same universe as Tail Concerto and Solo to Robo. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Um,
it's the one that they've been able to make sequels of. They have not been able to make sequels of the other two. So I'm assuming it's partially because one, it's probably easy to make, and two, they actually own it, from my understanding. So
Gotcha.
all right. We also have Section 13, Cattle Country, F-125, Odd Sparks and Automation Adventure, Zombie Cure Lab, Elemental War Clash, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, Starlight Legacy, To a T, Copycat, Dungeon Village 2, Filmography, Spray Paint Simulator, which I think is coming to Game Pass if I remember.
Yeah.
Submersed 2, The Hive, Battle 2048, Space Girls, Bridge Race. This one I'm excited for. Is Disney Illusion Island starring Mickey and Friends. It's coming to PlayStation and Xbox this week, so I never played that on the Switch. Elden Ring Night Rain. I forgot that was out this week. Eternal Evil. Kuznets 1997 detective visual novel. And Vasilisa and Baba Yaga.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it says. I think PlayStation's mostly the same stuff. We have Gore Doctor, which I think is already out on Xbox. I think I played that. One of those first-person horror games. Chemco RPG Selection Volume 1. Born of Bread. It's all there. Nintendo Switch. Let's just see if there's anything funny on here, because we're at the end of this system. The system is coming to a close, y'all.
So I looked up Vasilisa and Baba Yaga, an adventure game based on the Russian folktale Vasilisa the Beautiful. Scary story about the journey of to the mistress of the Forbidden Forest for magical powers. I don't know what it plays like, but visually it is very unique looking. I think it's supposed to look like old Russian artwork or whatever, but seems to be like an action adventure game. It's very pretty looking. For a game I've never heard of.
We have another one of those 2-game things this week, which is Pirate Anime Quest: One Boy's Journey, A Piece of Island Love, and Pirate Anime Quest: One Girl's Journey, A Piece of Island Love.
I'm good.
Right.
How about Ramen Road to Mystery? Oh, sorry, Mastery, not Mystery. Dude, I don't know. Nintendo Switch is a fucked up system. Yeah, that Steam Hard Saturn tribute game is out this week. The one that they canceled the Xbox version because they said it was too horny or whatever. That's out this week. Yeah, it's kind of a quiet week. Elden Ring is out there, so I'm assuming a lot of stuff's getting out of its way. So, which they offered us an Elden Ring code, and like nobody was like just jumping all over that. Like, who has the time for that? All right, let's go through the news. 6 games are leaving PlayStation Plus, including Monster Hunter Rise, Inscription, After Us, Kayak VR, Mirage, Rogue Legacy 2, and Avicii Invector. Sorry. According to sources, Marathon needs to be in the top 5 sales of the year to be counted as a success. No.
That's not gonna happen. Yeah. Oh man.
Marathon's in a lot of trouble. So there's also the plagiarism thing that happened, and of course the morals at Bungie seem to be in free fall, and the vibes have never been worse. Those are quotes from some of the developers with Inside. The game also may see a delay due to the plagiarism scandal. PlayStation Stars is coming to a close. Nobody probably used it, and nobody will notice it's gone. And according to Jeff Grubb, there's a Sony event planned for June, and it's most likely a state of play and not a showcase. Man, they really don't have shit, do they?
Nope.
Like, how do you go through the Summer Game Fest time frame, and basically you're going to put out a third-party state of play kind of thing? That's just, I don't know, man. So much of this stuff is like, is this really news? Like, Mario Kart World was originally in development for Switch. Probably. Okay. 4 new games dropped on Game Boy for the Nintendo Switch Online, including Survival Kids, Gradius, The Interstellar Assault, Kirby's Star Tracker, and The Sword of Hope. So please be excited for that. The head of the Avowed team at Obsidian left Microsoft and Obsidian for Netflix.
Oh.
Why? Like,
Right.
they just closed a bunch of their game shit. Like, what are we doing? According to Jez Corden, Microsoft is in talks with PC storefront owners, including Valve, to bring their stores to the next Xbox console. According to The Verge, Microsoft is also working on Xbox ports for Nintendo Switch 2. Obviously, that's not a shocker. The new console update rolled out, which included what is called Retro Classics for Xbox Game Pass, which includes 50-plus classic Activision games. And you can play via Game Pass. I was excited for this until I realized it was fucking streaming. Like, I'm not even going to go into it. Like, the first time the Activision Atari 2600 games have been available, and they're fucking streaming. Like, and it's awful. Like, I played MechWarrior 2 on the PlayStation on this service, and it's artifacting like a son of a bitch. And I have really good internet.
Yeah.
And it's hardwired, so fuck that. I don't want that shit. A lot of idiots celebrated online because the FTC finally dropped the case against Microsoft and Activision Blizzard King. It is officially over, but why you're celebrating, I do not know. It changed nothing. Like, they're still not putting games on Game Pass.
Right.
We still don't have Tony Hawk on Game Pass, do we? Is it on there yet? I don't remember.
I don't think it is.
What the fuck are we doing? Like, for real, what are we doing? Is there only like 3 CODs on there too?
Yes. No, it's 2. No, it is 3. Yeah, because the it's like the last 3 that they've done. No,
it's not even the last 3. It's like Modern Warfare, the new one, and some other weird, obscure one. It's just like, how long has it been? Like over a year?
At this point,
since that shit closed?
I thought that retro thing, like, I don't know, I figured that was going to be like the start. We were going to see some big drops or something. But maybe we are. Maybe they're waiting for their
showcase.
Their show. Actually, damn, ain't it next week? Ain't there like June 5th
I said that at the beginning of the show. It's in like a week, and it literally happens the same week that the Switch 2 launches, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, well.
So, like, you get the Switch 2 on Friday, and then Keeley's thing is on Saturday, and then Xbox is on Sunday. So that's a hell of a weekend.
That's pretty good weekend.
Stellar Blade sequel has been confirmed for 2026, but it probably won't be out then. It'll probably be 2027. What else we got here? Lies of P is getting difficulty options, and people are pissed.
Yeah, I figured.
Like, y'all need to chill out.
It doesn't affect them. Like,
this would ruin my experience of the game. Well, then you ain't got to play on that difficulty, you dumb son of a bitch. Can't stand people like that. Vampire Survivors dev Ponkel will announce something new that isn't Vampire Survivors related at the PC Game Showcase on June 8th. What else we got? Anything here? I'm skipping over a lot of this shit because it's just like, and you're really stretching for news. Just ain't a whole lot going on. NetherRealm has completed development on Mortal Kombat 1. And the rumor is that the next game is going to be Injustice 3. Remember when Ed Boon was on the tour for Mortal Kombat 1? He was like, there will be content for years and years to come. Apparently that meant 18 months. Maybe he meant to say
Why the
months.
Technofest said that was a lie.
As a Mortal Kombat fan, you get used to it. So, what do we got here? Crystal Dynamics has signed an agreement with an external partner for one of its largest IPs. Huh. Wonder what that is. And who's the partner?
That is a question, yeah.
Who's the partner, and what game is it? And why is it Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver with whoever has a lot of money?
Saudi Arabia and I don't know. I don't have a game. They only have Tomb Raider and Legacy of Kain, to my knowledge.
Yeah. I hope it's
I
a new
doubt it to
Legacy.
be Legacy of
I doubt
Kain.
they're pulling Whiplash from the fucking
Oh,
graveyard.
Jesus.
Damn, I might play that.
Whiplash was a great game. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
I love that game. I quote that game still. Get
Um,
out of here. I'll even forgive you for eating my mother. No, seriously.
according to rumors, there's a Bioshock announcement scheduled before the end of summer.
Oh, enough with the Bioshock. Just let it die.
Nobody knows if it will actually be a new game, a remake, or the Netflix movie. So,
Just let it die. Like, I'm sorry. Does Bioshock really have any relevance today? I feel like anything you get, it's gonna be like, it's all right.
it's time for
Yeah.
TV and movie hour. Netflix is doing an animated series based on Clash of Clans.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna read you a list of names, and you tell me if you don't know. Obviously, if you don't know, tell me what movie you think they're being considered for. Andrew Koji, Jason Momoa, Noah Centineo, and Roman Reigns.
Oh, I know what this is. I read this. I was like,
Okay,
what?
so you know what it is. Anthony, do you know what it is?
I do.
Thinking.
Okay, so no guesses here,
yeah,
but it's
no,
for
no.
the Street Fighter movie.
I read this and rolled my eyes. Oh, excuse me, my eyes so hard.
Roll my
I
R's.
Rolled my
My
arse.
R's. Rolled them R's. Yeah, this no. I'm cool. I'm
just don't-
cool.
I'm just gonna ask, like, do we need a bunch of people that are around the same size and look playing a bunch of characters that very much look different in the games?
Right?
You know
Like,
what's funny is like
First of
all
all,
those dudes.
Who are
look-
they playing?
Like all those dudes would look like dudes in a Gears of War movie, which,
Yep.
man, I got a total Gears of War vibe from Doom: The Dark Ages with their character designs.
Oh yeah.
Necks that are bigger than the heads.
Dude, the Doomslayer's
Those
neck is fucking
bastards.
huge.
Oh yeah. It was big in Eternal as well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like none of those guys. Like I'm sitting here thinking in my head, who could they play? And I'm like,
That's what I'm like, who are they?
Jason
Like Roman
Momoa,
Reigns.
I could see as Zangief,
Blanca,
maybe.
Blanca and Akuma. Done. That's it.
For who?
Yes.
I hate you so much.
I don't know if you know this, Anthony, but Charlie is actually Blanca.
I bet that's who this Noah kid is. He's probably gonna be Charlie. It'd be Blanca. I guess Andrew Koji is he Ryu? He's the only Asian. I don't know.
I hate to say this. I have no interest.
Me either. Like I don't even think I would watch
I'm
it.
not a huge Street Fighter fan in particular, but like, I don't know. It just is like they're Hollywood has realized that they can make a bunch of money off of video game movies that are just slightly above average.
Hey.
And I don't know. I don't love it.
Speaking of...
Okay, continue.
Lord.
I was going to say, there's the one that still bothers me Michael Bay is making.
Is
Continue.
it Skibbity Toilet?
What's he
Well,
making?
that one bothers me because Skibbity Toilet just uses, like, Gary's mod stuff.
I'm sorry, that's not the
just
reason it
voice
bothers
acted
me.
stuff.
The reason it bothers me is like, what the fuck is a Skibbity Toilet?
That's what I
Look,
was going to say.
look,
What the fuck is that?
I don't have to understand it. It's dumb. But again, like, all the designs, it's just a Half-Life 2 model. It's just a Half-Life 2 face. So it's like really shitty to me that I'm like, well, great, but like you didn't make this model, so or the music from my knowledge. So I don't know. It's just one of those weird. I don't know what rights you actually own to this, but whatever.
Well, continuing the video game movie trend, Alex Garland has been set to direct a live-action Elden Ring movie for A24.
Yeah, this is dumb.
Oh, that's going to make $1 bajillion. Like an A24.
Yeah. The Pokemon company... go ahead.
Okay, so I'm sure we've talked about it because it's not coming up. Outrun.
Yeah, there's not... We
Outrun.
talked about that, yeah.
What the fuck?
Making
What are we doing?
Outrun.
What are we doing?
What?
Fucking Sydney Sweeney and Michael Bay. And I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
wow, I cannot tell you how uninterested I am in this idea.
I mean, if they're not driving a Ferrari, what are we doing?
Well, that already is a problem.
right.
So enjoy getting the license from Ferrari again. That's the reason why those games don't fucking exist anymore.
Yeah. I have some crazy numbers here for you. The Pokemon company released their updated franchise numbers. They've shipped over 489 million game software to date, and they've produced over 75 billion Pokemon cards.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, it's existed for almost 30 years at this point.
Yeah. I remember when it first came out in
Me
the
too.
States. I was
You
so
will never see
fucking
anything
stoked.
like that again.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, insane. I had to
Yeah.
explain to my stepbrother how insane it was. Like, not like, because now people, if you collect Pokemon cards, you're like, yeah, there's like crazy scalpers and stuff. Yeah. Imagine that, but like any Pokemon merchandise was hard to find.
Yep.
Ugh. Fortnite is back on iOS.
I read that.
Okay. I'm sure it's huge, but like I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it on iPhone.
Warhammer had its big event this week, which introduced a bunch of new titles, including Warhammer 40k Mechanicus 2, Allegiances Unknown, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun 2, Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War, Warhammer 40k Space Marine Master Crafted Edition, which we'll talk about in a second, Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy, and Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Definitive Edition.
And the bolt gun typing of the dead game.
Gladius is already out. That was just free on Steam.
Okay,
That's
so
been
it's currently
for a
free to
while.
keep on Steam. Okay.
It's basically Civilization, but set in the Warhammer universe. It's actually really good if you like Civ games.
So let's talk about this Space Marine remaster that has got the internet
Let's get into
in a titter. It is only on Xbox and PC.
Yep.
And there are like 6,000 articles about, oh my god, I can't believe it's skipping PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
When is Silent Hill
Oh.
coming out on PlayStation or on Xbox?
Xbox.
Right.
How about Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, when's Final Fantasy 7
How
remake?
about Final Fantasy 16?
How about
Right.
how about Dave the Diver?
No one cares about 16.
Yes! Jesus Christ! Well, I do. I would get it again. I like 16.
When is remember when Stellar Blade was announced? What was in the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
It was the Xbox logo, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't understand these people.
I think this is shit. Like I want to be honest and upfront about
sure.
it. Like it should be on everything. It's a Space Marine remaster.
Right.
But like the difference in like the coverage when a game skips PlayStation as opposed to when a game skips Xbox tells the story of everything you need to know about the bias of games media And it's crazy to me.
But if Microsoft was on top, they'd be kissing their ass. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, 100%. Like,
because you have no backbone.
yeah. Also, the NPDs came out this week. 5 of the top 7 selling games are Microsoft games.
Well, that's because they're so much better on PlayStation.
It's the same fucking game.
I know. I was being
Yeah, but it's
sarcastic.
better. The pisser makes
It's butter.
it better.
It's butter. Xbox butter. Oh my god. It's hilarious. People are reaching too. Like I saw the Xbox fanboys posting some fake transcript that PlayStation was going to put their games on Xbox. I'm like, y'all fall for anything.
I'm going to say something.
Right.
And I'm not trying to... PlayStation fanboys are annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox fanboys are annoying and delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's like when your system is losing, which again weird to even have to say it that way because like it ain't your system, you just bought it.
Yeah, like well, what does it affect you if it doesn't sell the most? Like for real.
These weird like I'm gonna cling on to these random ideas that some guy just said. It's like all right, how about you go spend time with your wife. And stop writing this shit on the internet.
This continued because Xbox announced Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, is coming to PS5 this summer, and immediately all the PlayStation fans were like, "Oh, look, a good game." I'm like, "Y'all motherfuckers shit on this game for like a year."
Right.
Yeah, you have nothing else coming out right now.
Yeah, you have no
Also,
games, so like
justifying your purchase.
And you're over here celebrating, like, why do I need to buy an Xbox? I'm like, y'all motherfuckers realize you're giving Microsoft like $70, right?
Well, they want to support the developers. So that's,
No, they don't. they just want to say my plastic box sold more than your plastic box. Which, again, like Anthony said, what does that do for you?
I keep asking that, and I've yet to get a response.
They're like exclusives
unless you're on
good.
the board, like, bruh, it does nothing for you.
Exclusives are good for consoles. Like, no, they're not. They're terrible for consumers. Like, how does not being able to play a game on the system that you own, that you have purchased, how does that make it better for the consumer? Well, just get a PlayStation. Like, y'all over here, and immediately they don't announce Warhammer or Space Marine for the PlayStation, and they're like, "Oh my god, exclusives are so bad."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, you're right. They are bad, but like, be consistent.
Please.
Anyway, y'all are fucked up. Y'all need to stop with your little fucking.
But that
console.
That Space Marine, no. That game gonna be fire because they not only are putting in the single player, which is already great, but it's coming with the multiplayer as well. And I read this, and I don't know how deep y'all are, but they are adding the character models, like for the orcs and stuff. They're making them more consistent with the current edition of Warhammer. So they're changing the looks of some of the units and adding units that weren't in there before that are in the current lore and stuff, which is neat.
That's cool. I'll play it. I love the first Space Marine. And you know what's on Game Pass?
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for it. That would. I still can't get past that argument where people are like, "What's the reason to own an Xbox?" Oh, I don't know. The fact I don't have to pay for Doom: The Dark Ages.
Right.
Like, I'm not loving that game, but I didn't have to pay $70 for it. Because I totally would have spent $70 on a new Doom game. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, and everybody on PlayStation's like, well, it's on PlayStation. I'm like, yeah, but it separated you from $70. Like,
which they're okay with, I guess. I don't.
They say that.
So weird.
I don't know. They say a lot of things like, I'm not buying these games. These games suck, and then they pre-order it. It's like, motherfucker, the NPDs are telling you that you're full of shit because you're like, I'm not buying this game, and then they're like, oh, it's the best-selling game on PlayStation. Clearly, you're a dumbass.
Yep.
And Anthony just left again.
Oh, I didn't even peep. He didn't make the sound.
I heard the sound. It went blue. That's the sound. I wish I could change the sound effects
I heard that
for
sound.
Discord.
Oh, man, he'll be back. I'm sure.
Y'all are fucked up. Stop fighting over your little fucking console wars. You're dumb. You're stupid. I hate you. You're a bad person.
Like, just play the game. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know, man. I can't with these. I can't with any side. Like,
Nope.
y'all are
Same.
fucking weird. Like, every one of you, even you PC guys. You PC guys are weird too. Don't act like you ain't weird.
No, they are.
Whatever. All right, we'll wait and see if Anthony comes back. But I do have an email, and the email's titled Jane Raymond, and it's Rayman. Get it? Rayman.
Yeah, I do.
Jane Rayman. All right. This email says, "Hello, Chuckleheads. Just a couple things. I cannot believe you are confused why Jade Raymond keeps getting more jobs while not releasing any games and getting all this attention." No, and then he puts a picture of her in the email, so you know where this is going.
Yep.
No one seems to say it, but she was an attractive developer who became an executive. People want to work with attractive and charismatic people and definitely want them as executives. Jade is still attractive and gives good interviews, and people are either engaged or bemused by her success, but it all boils down to her being hot. No one wants to hear from ugly-ass developers at a game show. Sorry.
He's not lying.
Well, I understand where he's coming from, but corporate-level executives only care about one thing. And it's not...
Money.
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, but that's hard to
you also
justify.
forgot-
We talked about that because she ain't
we
done
also
shit.
You also forgot. Also forgot she joined Stadia.
Yeah, we forgot that she
And
joined
look
Stadia.
how that went.
Wait, she did? I didn't even know that.
She was at Stadia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
one
shit.
of the studios that was working on one of the Stadia exclusives.
She was the Phil Harrison was there too, but she is like the female Phil Harrison. Wherever she goes, like shit just dies. Like
Jesus.
Like
I'm pretty
didn't he
sure
go to
she was-
Xbox at one point and kill part of that too?
Probably.
I think he did end
I
up at
vaguely remember
Xbox.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is why you should hire like Peter Moore, because everywhere Peter Moore went, things went okay. You know, friggin' Phil Harrison, Dom Matrick, and shit just blows up. You know what I'm saying? And clearly, everything Jade Raymond has touched since Assassin's Creed has kind of been shit.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand, like, that Family Guy thing. Like, how does she keep getting work?
Yeah, that's 100%.
I don't
Like,
understand.
we're gonna hear about her again in like 18 months. She'll be like, "I opened a new studio. We're making a game." Right?
Yep.
Sure, Jan. Sure. He also says that GTA 6 trailer. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the joke is, we're making a game, and in 12 months you'll be collecting fucking unemployment. Like, just... I think it's more of, I get it, like, yes, she's very pretty, but at the same time, it's like, how many fucking times does this have to... And also, Assassin's Creed has such a fucked up history, because from my understanding, like, the sci-fi elements were added, like, late in development, and then there was an author who claimed that they kind of just took the idea from him, and I don't know, the whole thing is just messy, and then, yeah, she hasn't sort of made anything since.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, it's kind of like when a CEO gets the golden parachute. Like, we're still fucking having Jim Ryan's grubby fingers fucking up PlayStation stuff.
I mean, Fair Games was one of his things.
There you go.
Wow, was it?
Yeah, he was a live service push.
I was thinking Marathon, so it's just like...
Yeah, he was spearheaded buying Bungie, and look what happened to that, you know?
Yeah, so to me, it's like, you know, these people seem to get off fine, but, like, the devs at her studio are consistently fucked over.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to work for her.
Finish anything. So, yeah. That's where I get a little irritated. I don't give a shit how pretty she looks. A bunch of people are going to potentially lose jobs. And the market is already tough enough as it is. partially because people like this just keep getting work and don't produce anything. There's plenty of male equivalents.
Sure.
I mean, Jade Raymond stands out because she's
yeah.
one of the few women in the industry, which is the only reason why she was kind of held aloft, as far as I'm concerned.
I think so.
I don't know if anybody's been that long without a hit, though, because Assassin's Creed is like, what now? It's going on 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years is a long time to not do your job again.
Not...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is that, like, unfortunately, fortunately, the devs and the producers and stuff like that are male, you go to Twitter and you can see what they do, right? That they can make money grifting instead.
Yes.
So, and I'm not specifically calling out any person. There's quite a few of them. So, I think more so it's just
we live in a weird time.
Fuck yeah. That's the best way to sum up my thoughts. Like, it's weird and it's shitty, and unfortunately it ends up being a lot worse for all these other people that just shouldn't be involved in the first place.
Mm-hmm. All right. He says also that GTA 6 trailer was mainly cinematics with some made in-game graphics. There's no way all that detail will make it into the game, and we didn't see any gameplay. Remember, the game needs to run on a base PS5 and Series S, and maybe even Switch 2, which is said to be no more powerful than a PS4 Pro, less powerful than a Series S. So all that will stay in as cinematics, but the gameplay will be scaled back significantly. Resolution detail, there will not be ice clanking around in glasses. Okay.
I tend to agree. I think, because, I mean, we've all played Grand Theft Autos, and you know when you go, like, start a mission, it's very cinematic before it drops you into the gameplay. And I think that's a lot of what they showed in that, was the cinematic stuff of the missions. But I do think that there was some gameplay sprinkled in there. I can't remember specifically which parts, but I do think that we got some snippets of some HUD-less gameplay. But me personally, I don't think it's going to be that detailed in actual motion.
Well, let's just remember for just a second.
We're going to talk about horse testicles.
Grand Theft Auto 5 ran on an Xbox 360. Rockstar is really good at what they do.
Well,
so
to be fair, I feel like they have to be, because they take all the fucking time to do it. So
yes,
you know.
Which I know, Anthony, you watch him as well. But did you watch the most recent Austin video about all the forgotten Rockstar games?
No, because I remember a lot of the Rockstar games.
Like, he goes through some really obscure shit. Like, especially, like, I totally forgot about the
Austin Powers?
Yeah, I forgot about the Austin Powers Pokemon games. Like,
not Pokemon.
Well, Pokemon style of, like, we have two different versions.
You have the Dr. Evil or the Austin Powers, and it's like a shitty PDA.
There were supposed to be 4 of them, by the way.
Game. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there were supposed to be 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's a good video to watch. I enjoyed that video.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I'll have to watch it. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, not only that, like Red Dead Redemption 2, which as much as I don't love that game, looks amazing, and that runs on a base Xbox One.
Mm-hmm. Runs on the VCR. So
yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came to PS4 looked even better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it can do stuff.
I'm not dismissing Rockstar when it comes to detail. Just like I don't like Naughty Dog games, but I don't dismiss the fact that their attention to detail is uncanny. It's ridiculous.
They also have, and I will defend them for this reason alone. They also have the best accessibility options.
Yes, 100%. So I think GTA 6 may be as impressive as they're showing because Rockstar don't fuck around. Like, that's just me.
Will there be a better version in
100%.
3 years?
100%. PC version, the next gen version, whatever Xbox series, whatever the fuck, and PS6. Yes, absolutely.
Xbox presents PlayStation 6.
Yes. Game Pass. PlayStation 6. As far as big games left this year, I can only think of Metroid Prime 4, Outer Worlds 2, Mafia the Old Country, Death Stranding 2, Ghosts of Yotei, and Borderlands 4. Oh, only? Like, he does say, oh boy, more sequels. Yes. I'm sure we will get a deluge of more remasters the rest of the year for Series X and PS5. Are there any I'm missing? Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong? Like, those are two big-ass games. Metroid's coming? Yeah, he always said Metroid. But yeah, like...
Donkey Kong is the only game on Switch 2 that I'm like... That might get me to buy, because Mario Kart's not something I need to play. I feel like I need to play right away, but like Donkey Kong... Man, it looks a lot like Mario Odyssey.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Odyssey's one of my favorite games ever made, so...
He does say, I hope there's a big fall holiday game for the Switch too, because other than a couple games, it's all ports. We have all played most of those on better consoles. Are we getting a new entry from Mario? I think Mario is spring. That's my feeling right now. I think Metroid is the big fall game for Switch 2. Honestly.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Mario in spring.
He says, good to have Drew back. Hope Anthony comes back. Would be nice to have everyone on at the same time. Anyway, have a good Memorial Day. See, I told you were in there.
Okay.
I do have a tweet from David. He says, that Mission Impossible from beginning to end was amazing. I usually don't watch in IMAX, but what a way to view the last one. Is this the last one?
Supposedly. I mean, this is like supposed to wrap up, this long running bit. Like it's supposed to be, but I mean, they say that all the time about stuff and then come out with something, 2 years, 3 years later. But yeah, this is supposed to wrap it all up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I watched the first when it was like part 1, part 2. I watched the first one. I thought it was fine. Like Mission Impossible movies are just shut your brain off and watch kind of thing.
Yeah, I enjoy them. I don't know why I haven't seen that one yet, but I read that today actually that it was the most underperforming of all of them, which is crazy because Mission Impossible 2 was supposed,
Well, I think it had the same problem that the Fast and the Furious series did, where they tried to make it a two-parter, and that just doesn't work today.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Like I didn't know Wicked was a two-parter until somebody mentioned it in a news story.
Yeah, my kids didn't until the end of the movie because they went to go see it, and they was like,
they didn't call it like part 1 or anything, so like everybody just assumed it was the whole thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So weird how they do that. And the Mission Impossible is even weirder because they called it part 1, but then they changed the name of it to where it's no longer part 1. So I don't know.
Jeez.
We're doing too much, Tom Cruise. We're doing too much.
For sure.
I do have some skeets from Blue Apple. I can dig through these a little bit. He's been sending a ton of them, so I don't want to ignore all of them. But a lot of them are about political stuff that I don't know the answer to. It's not that they're offensive. It's just that I don't know the answer to some of these. So I'll read this one where he says, Trump just made you the gaming czar. What will you do to bring game making to the U.S. other than using tariffs?
The way other countries do it are by offering grants. Or not grants.
You're very far away from your mic, aren't you?
I apologize. The way that like Canada does it is that like there's benefits.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Quebec. Yeah,
there's
Quebec
literally. So let
money.
me read this because he actually brings this up. He says, "How would you counter foreign interference in the gaming industry? For example, the Canada model: tax incentives for studios operating in Canada. Epic Games operates." Epic Games Montreal and Quebec, they get a 37.5% refundable tax credit on salaries and 30% tax credit on R&D.
Well, that's how you... So when Amazon, and this is kind of like, I have to bring up other... When Amazon builds so Amazon wanted to build in New York at one point, and a lot of people were like, when AOC sort of stepped up and she was like very against it, people were like, well, they're making jobs. But the thing that, like, those people weren't taking into account was, one, the jobs lost, which is not transferable to this scenario. But the other one, because it's not the same community, but the other one is there's a benefit. Like, Amazon ends up, like, getting like, basically all these different cities offer Amazon different benefits to bid for their business. Right? Because no matter how many jobs Amazon causes people to lose, they never mention that part. They just mention the gross gain, not the net gain of jobs. So every industry somewhat works like this. The problem, and this is not even a political statement. Again, I've kind of said that the tariffs aren't the problem. It's the handling of the tariffs and how quick he wants these companies to turn around and fix things. But it's like, well, that doesn't work on the time frame that you've given. You have to, if you punish people for doing business with you, they just stop doing business with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like saying to Tim Cook,
Tim
or
Apple,
as Trump calls him, Tim Apple.
Tim Apple.
That you like, oh yeah, you're gonna face 25% tariffs if you don't make phones here. Well, first of all, that probably is still cheaper. They'll just pass that along to the customer. And you're not going to help build a factory. You're not going to help train people. Like that goes against the whole saving money aspect that they're desperately trying to do and gutting every program for. So there's no benefit to the company to do business with you. That's the reason why Canada brings people here. They do that with filming too.
Vancouver is very big for film industry. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that plus it, you can make it look like a couple different places because it's got.
I think all of Supernatural was filmed in Vancouver. I think.
Yeah, but it looks a lot like Washington, right? Mm-hmm. Like because they're in the same area. So
it rains in a lot of episodes in that show.
Yep. Yeah, if you need it to rain. So that's the other thing too, is that like it's not by threatening companies to I mean, listen, I'll just sum it up by the old adage: you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. So there's no benefit to these companies to do business with you. That's the reason why a lot of stuff is shot in Georgia.
Yeah.
Because Georgia offers these benefits. Yep. So, by threatening companies to do business with you, that's a good way to just have companies not do business with you. Like, you don't make friendships by threatening people. Just say.
No. You don't have to be friendly with you don't have to be friends with people, but you do have to respect them.
Right. So to me it's like that is really the only way to kind of bring business back. Now, if you really wanted to do it well, you invest or you help companies basically train the staff they need. That's the other thing too. But that again is handing out money for free, which so alright, I have to break this down a little bit more. So every time conservatives, and I say this because they're generally the ones that make the complaints about it, and this is not, I understand the thought process, but like it's not just fully thought out. It's like when they got the post office because it doesn't generate revenue. The point of certain services is to not generate revenue. It is just to be the service. It is to maintain something. Roads generate revenue based on the maintenance of it. But the people that fix the roads don't generate revenue. Does that make sense? So why would you not help pay for schooling or give grants or whatever to keep businesses alive? Because it's like ultimately it generates more revenue for you in the long run. If you're looking only at short-term solutions, then yeah, I guess not spending that money is fine. That's when they start going elsewhere, right? That's when they start looking at India like Ubisoft did to develop games. So it's just this weird idea where it's like, no, we don't spend any money here. Well, another old adage, you gotta spend money to make money. So start spending. Like, you have to put money into the things you want to see happen, because they just don't fucking happen by, like, wishes and dreams. And that's kind of what I feel like this whole thing is about, where it's just wishes and dreams, and it's like, this will make it'll thrive, guys, it'll thrive. On hopes and prayers, I guess. Like, no, you need to build the market you want. And unfortunately, they had it, but it costs so much goddamn to live in certain areas of the United States that you see businesses go under. Like, you know, and the other thing is, look at the UK. When studios close, there's a lot more steps before they can let people go. Right? Like, they can't just declare bankruptcy or just close a studio. No, there has to be certain guidelines, because they have certain workers' rights and stuff that the States doesn't have, because it doesn't benefit the capitalist nature of the United States, or in Canada for that matter. So they're not there. Well, if those protections were there, it would keep the jobs, which would keep the industry. But the industry has died because the capitalists that run the companies realized they could make more money if they brought it overseas. It's like a thing that, like, the same people who are complaining about this now, i.e. Trump, and the Republicans, are the same reason why those jobs left in the first place. Like, because a bunch of rich people said, I want more money. It doesn't make sense. I just keep going back in the loop. Like, you caused this problem, and then you're trying to fix it. It goes back to the AI thing. You caused the problem, and now you're trying to sell me a solution on it. You should just not cause the fucking problem in the first place.
But that's not how the world works. You gotta cause the problem to, like, you can't. It's like the pharmaceutical companies. Like,
yeah,
we're having an outbreak of something. Well, guess what? Price of the cure goes up.
And that's because, again, so all right. So because I'm talking about services and stuff like that, if Americans didn't have to pay as much for their health care, I'm not even saying that they don't pay anything. I'm just saying not as much. If it wasn't such a fucking price gouge on medication, on actual services rendered, whatever, they would likely generate more revenue for the United States as a whole, for the companies they work for the taxes they pay, all of that. They would probably generate more revenue, because then they're not sick, they're not taking time off, the unpaid or whatever, or making other people sick, and then, you know, just leading into this, like, wow, everybody's sick now because people have to go to work, because they have to pay bills and all this stuff. Like, there's small changes you can make that have a way bigger impact than the money that you would spend. But if you're just a money-hungry dragon, then, you know, you don't want to spend any of the money. Then you wonder why your money pile isn't as big as it could be. Well, you only have yourself to blame.
It's more about quick money, not long-term money.
Right. Well, that's because they're trying to accelerate the death of the planet. I'm surprised you don't just see people revving like a bunch of billionaires just sitting on, like, cars and just revving their engine just to burn the gas off.
I mean, so there's probably some that do that. To be fair.
There probably are, yeah.
All right.
I'm curious about what the other questions you aren't reading are.
Well, I'm moving to another question. Like, so one of his questions about Darth Vader AI, which we talked about last week, so we don't need to go through that. He does say...
It's weird. I wasn't here for that. I'm just going to say it's weird, but if that was part of the agreement he signed, it's part of the agreement
he did. He signed it over.
It's weird that there's... It's weird that SAG-AFTRA is complaining about it, because, like, they haven't really defended video game voice actors before, so, like, now's when you have a problem, get fucked. Anyways, continue.
He says, did you experiment with vibe marketing for the website? You just need to set the vibe, and then AI tools will handle the execution, like generating content, running ads, and analyzing results. This allows you to focus on strategy and creativity while AI manages the operational tasks. Content is creativity.
The only AI that I want executing anything is one in a box that murders me.
No, I am not using any AI.
Futurama.
No, I do not use any AI on the site, nor will I ever, unless it's like for writing a piece of code I don't want to write by hand. Like, no, I will never run AI-generated content. That stuff grosses me out. Like, ever since Google added AI to its search results, like, people stopped clicking links, and That sucks for like people who live off the revenue for link clicks, which is why I'm glad I never pursued that bullshit, because it's just
What irritates me about that is that like now I can't get answers because they want to fucking force their AI shit.
I usually search and add Reddit to the end of the search. I could just go on Reddit and read it. His other question says, "Who is your Oshi?" What is an Oshi? I don't know what an Oshi is.
I have no idea how do you spell that?
OSHI. He even put the Japanese in the tweet.
OHSI?
No, OSHI. Did I spell it wrong?
Oh, yeah, okay. Oshi.
Japanese slang for favorite person
Favorite
you support.
idol.
So
Favorite
VTuber
or
character.
character.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know one.
I don't really got one.
I don't either.
This is the fake people, right? Like the little avatars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know
I
any.
don't follow them. I think Jay does. I think he
There's some for the fighting game community, so that wouldn't shock me.
yeah.
Like my friend uses like a virtual sort of character when they stream, but like I know them in real life, so that doesn't count.
I mean, you're the closest, so that one counts.
Sure, I suppose.
I don't even know what. Like, you could say a name and tell me it's one, and I would believe you because I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even name one because I don't watch any of them. Like, so yeah.
It's crazy. Like, just speaking of anonymity, which is what I'm assuming that's for, right?
Yeah.
They put up the documentary on Paul Rubens on Max on Friday, and I watched through that, and I, like, growing up, what he did never clicked to me back then, but now it does, of how, like, he was never known as his real self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, like, he stayed anonymous for decades.
He was just Pee-wee.
Yeah, that was just who he was. He even jokes in the documentary, because they filmed it before he died. He actually died during the making of it. And Jesus Christ, they play because he sent a message to the director.
I didn't realize he passed away.
Yes,
Damn.
2 years ago.
Wow, okay.
That was also a secret if you didn't know. He fought cancer for 6 years and nobody knew.
Oh.
But he sent a voice message to the director the day before he died, and they play it during the documentary. I swear to God, I about lost it. Like, it's rough to watch.
TV fan, so it probably wouldn't resonate with me as much.
Oh, I grew up with it, so it was
man, I love
huge.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was more of. I'm sorry, I have to. I was more a fan of his other work.
I bet you were.
Ah.
No, they go over that. They go over that in the documentary.
I've always hated that. That was always. I'm sorry. What the fuck do you in an adult theater? What do you think people are doing?
Yeah, like
let him do his thing and whatever, you know.
And oh god, another actor who I have more. Give me a second. I have to look up his name because he was also like caught in one before he passed away. I'm just gotta find the.
If you have any,
Willard.
sorry,
Fred Willard. Was caught in one of those too, and it's like, guys, why else would you go there for the plot?
Like, if you have any nostalgia,
delivery.
If you have any nostalgia for him, I definitely recommend The Watch because it really opens you up to what kind of person he was. He was very controlling, very private. And like they even argue in the documentary because he wanted to direct it. And the director's like, that's not how documentaries work.
Like, what's this on?
It's on Max.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, or HBO. It's called HBO Max now, right? The fuck, I can't.
Yeah, they changed the name because
it's 2 parts, and each part's like an hour and 40 minutes. So
I still have, and I'm sure that is brought up in the documentary. I still. His collection is still weird to me.
He talks about it a lot, and I'm gonna be honest with you, don't remember this happening, but his collection actually got him in trouble
Mm-hmm.
for like being like they tried to accuse him of being a pedophile.
Yeah, I don't think that's in hindsight it makes more sense now that that he passed, but he came out,
Yes,
right?
that's one of the things he talks about
Um,
in the documentary about hiding that for so many years. Yeah.
so I mean, I know that that's part of where that comes from, but like
Hmm.
I don't know, it's one of those weird things. But I from what I was reading about it, because somebody else was posted on this about like on Reddit or whatever not too long ago, um, that the principal Jeffrey Jones, that's his name
That he was
from
mentioned in this documentary as well. Yes.
yeah, that he was the guy that may have put that out there.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the lawyer in the documentary literally says it was like a political hit piece.
Yeah.
So it's really good. It's really good if you have any nostalgia for obviously because most of it's about Pee Wee's Playhouse, you know. So yeah, it's very
I
interesting.
remember, um, as a side note, like I think the first time I was sort of aware Paul Rubens was because, and I mean he's playing a very similar character. What's the name of the actor who played Nightcrawler?
Oh, Alan Cummings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they look alike.
Well, it's not even that he looks alike. In Spy Kids, he's basically playing an evil version of
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, he is.
And my parents were like, I think that's Paul Rubens? And I don't remember which one said, no, it's not him.
That's not even his
And I was
name,
like,
by the way, which threw me off.
I'm not surprised.
It's his name's
And
Paul
actors,
Rubenfeld.
well, I was going to say, they all
Oh.
changed their names, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's his sister's in the documentary, and it always lists her as, like, I think her name's Anna Rubenfeld. So.
Hmm.
It's good. It's worth a watch. It's very long, but it's worth a watch.
I have a documentary to recommend,
Mm.
unrelated. Speaking of, and I mean, this maybe. It's 30 minutes, it's under 40 minutes. It's on Netflix. It's called The Quilters. Wow. If you want to talk about how the prison system can work and how it probably should work, The Quilters is about guys who are in prison who make quilts for foster kids. And they're amazing artists. They're just amazing artists. And, you know, these are guys that killed people. Like, you know, and I'm not saying like mass murdering, but it's like, you know, they killed somebody in a moment of rage or whatever, and they're in jail for a long time. Like, one guy's been there for 40 years.
Jesus Christ.
And they talk different, and it's like they're very sorry, and it's like, at what point does prison just become this cruel and unusual thing is kind of what I walked away with. But fuck, it's an amazing documentary. Just to see these guys open up. And one of the guys actually gets kicked out while they're filming. Because the rule is you can't fuck up in general if you want to be part of the program. And the reason why he fucked up was he brought a razor blade back to his cell with him to keep working on quilts. Not even to cause any problems, but because he had contraband, got kicked out of the program. And it's just this very, like, these people are so focused on this one thing. I don't know, it was a very beautiful documentary, and again, it's super short. But if you don't feel anything and kind of the injustice ultimately around the whole prison system, which I agree with to some extent, obviously bad people need to go away. But at what point are we just doing it to make ourselves feel better? And I don't know. It was a very interesting documentary that takes, 30 minutes of your life. So I would recommend it. It's if nothing else, like the things that they do for the kids is really touching. They make weighted vests for kids with autism too. Like, they do everything. They're brilliant.
All right.
That's what I watched while I was not here last weekend.
Well, it's only 30 minutes. You still could have came on. This show's only 3 hours long.
No, it was literally like time-wise we were doing something else. So yeah, no, but that's part of what I was doing.
So, spending time with my mother.
All
She
right.
put that on. I was like, all right, fuck it. I don't know what this is about. And lo and behold, one of the best It's one of the best documentaries because I don't feel like shit at the end of it. Because that's usually how documentaries end up on Netflix.
Oh, sure.
It's like, oh, right? It's like, oh, this is great, and then it's like, and then everybody died. It's like, fuck me, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, goodness. Anyway, that's it for this week. If you want to send us messages, you can send them to Blue Sky, Twitter, at ZTGD Radio. You send emails to podcast at ztgd.com. And everybody have a nice 3-day weekend if you're celebrating. Like if you get that day off, that's cool. And we're only a couple weeks out from some big stuff. Actually, a week and 4 days. About to get crazy. That's it. We'll be back next week. Unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Peace, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.